6'7" Greyhound Andre Iguodala and the visiting team will try to take one on the road in this exhibition game against the home team and their multi-talented man in the middle, Chris Kaman. The visiting team versus the home team. Up next on the 2K Sports Network.
Andre Iguodala, the explosive wingman out of the University of Arizona, getting ready to roll.
He is always ready to go. A stat sheet stuffer. This guy defends, he gets to the rim, he draws fouls, he knocks down jump shots. Simply a playmaker in every sense of the word.
Here with Clark Kellogg and Cheryl Miller, this is Kevin Harlan. And now, as we're about set, T-Mobile presents the starting 5 lineups. And without further ado, it looks like they're setting up for the tip-off. Poked away.
My goodness, he can't be happy about that play. That was ugly.
The handoff to Fry. Lead pass inside. Slam dunk by Roy.
Roy got an opening, took off, and stuffed it down. The D can't give him dunks like that.
To West.
He wasn't thinking at all on that pass. That's what you call bad decision making.
Bogut. Feeds it to Roy. Hands it off. Bogut hands it off to Roy.
What a shot! Took the hit and was still able to maintain control to get it down.
He can't complete the three-point play. Butler tosses it up court. Takes it up. Oh! Here's another look with the Sprite Slam Can.
West just put one big paw up there and jammed it through.
Bogut inbounds the ball. And now our sideline reporter, Cheryl Miller, has some information for us. Let's check in with the Gatorade Around the Cooler update.
Thanks, Kevin. Before the game, I spoke with Simon Graham, coach of the home team. I asked him for his thoughts about the game, and he told me our teams match up pretty closely. It's going to be a matter of which team can keep their turnovers down and execute on offense. Kevin, sounds like he's expecting a nail-biter.
Yep, thanks, Cheryl. Passes it to Fry. Here's Roy. Knocked loose. But it's regained by the home team. The dump off to Fry. 5 on the shot clock. Bogut releases.
Oh, that's good hustle to close out and block the jumper. That's excellent defense.
The alley-oop. Oh! It's major error to put in that alley-oop.
Passes like that are fun to watch. Beautiful feed inside for the score. He placed it perfectly, Kevin.
The dish to Bogut. Arenas dumps it off to Fry. Goes up. Kisses it off the glass and in. Camby inbounds the ball. Nash brings it up.
Nice job finding the open shooter.
To Wade. Dumps it off to West. 6 seconds to shoot. Wade puts it in for 2.
He's not the tallest guy around, but boy, can he score in the post. Some guys just have that knack, and he's certainly one of them.
Takes it up. 2 hands for safety. Here's Nash. Hits the jumper.
He is so good, he makes that play look routine.
Passes it to Jefferson.
That's a bad play there, Kev. I bet he wishes he could take that one back.
Hammer, and he'll go to the line. Caron Butler, one of the toughest guys in the NBA.
Yeah, he'll go at you nose to nose. He doesn't back down from anybody, and he's got the body to handle himself inside against all of the elite forwards in the league.
And he ties it up. Jefferson inbounds the ball.
They're D'ing up man-to-man.
Sweet rebound by the 13th-year veteran out of Massachusetts.
You're going to make that medium-range jumper most of the time, Kevin. Just a bit off that time.
Camby dishes it to Wade. 5 on the shot clock. Dumps it off. Nash tosses it up. Does not get the go-ahead bucket.
He's typically money from out there, but he couldn't strike that one.
Arenas. It's in for 3.
Arenas got a little wiggle room out there and let it fly. Nice 3.
Nash dumps it down low. To Camby. Left wing. Wade. Foul call. Will take a trip to the line. Finals MVP Dwayne Wade.
Charismatic and delivers in the clutch. Dwayne Wade continuing to evolve as one of the NBA's brightest stars.
And he makes the first one. Gets them both. Bogut inbounds the ball. Passes it to the paint.
Arenas has been picking the defense apart with his passing, Kevin. He's been getting them easy looks all game long.
About 7.5 minutes left in the first. To Butler.
Hey, who got that guy?
Wade. Dishes to Camby.
Get this.
West backs in. Dishes to Camby. Drops it in on the layup. Tipped.
My goodness, he can't be happy about that play. That was ugly.
Here's Butler. It falls.
Butler is such an incandescent scorer. He puts up points in a hurry. That's a bad play there, Kev. I bet he wishes he could take that one back.
A grim-rattling jam to finish the break by Wade.
Butler does a great job of seeing the whole floor. He led his man right to the bucket with that pass.
The pass to Fry. Lead pass down low. The layup flipped in by Arenas.
I tell you what, Kevin, both teams have been on a tear. This could be a very high-scoring game.
Nash hands it off. Wade hangs in the air. Gets the land.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
To Arenas. Roy out of bounds. Touched last by the home team.
Arenas has been finding the open man over and over this quarter.
He really has, Clark. Whenever a player is getting his teammates involved, good things always seem to happen.
Without a doubt, when one guy is finding his teammates, everybody starts running and filling the lanes, and it just builds on the positive momentum.
Kaman is in at center.
Substitution on the court.
Butler inbounds the ball. Under 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Lobs it to Kaman. Backs in. Wade. It's blocked. Here's Kaman. Graceful finish.
Easy look in the paint. The defense got abused there.
Roy swings it to Arenas. To Roy. Wade is on a roll as he continues to carry his team by being an absolute force on offense.
He's been pouring it on in the last few minutes and has been a force offensively. Things will really start to open up for his teammates now because he demands an awful lot of attention.
Davis is in at the point.
Substitution on the court.
West inbounds the ball. Just over 5 minutes left in the first. Nash dumps it off. West, almost a three-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line for two.
First personal foul.
David West emerged as a national figure in the NBA last season in the playoffs.
He sure did, Kevin. He's an ideal pick-and-pop guy with Chris Paul, but he's also good enough to go inside and do damage as well.
He knocks down the first one.
You don't expect anything less when he's at the line. He's just a terrific free throw shooter.
Rises and dishes to the middle. The handoff to Bogut. It's good. 2 assists by the 4-year man out of Arizona.
Bogut has the right idea. Squeeze in close and knock it down.
Dishes it to the left block. Kaman hands it off to Wade. To Nash. Kaman skips it to Wade. To the paint. Kaman goes up. Got a hand on it.
On D, you got to have a little dog in you. Make him recognize no trespass.
The three drilled in by Davis.
Davis can rain him down from outside, and he knows it. He had a window, and he made him pay.
Passes it to West. Shoots it up. Nails the fadeaway. Fry inbounds the ball.
West is fading back on that, Jay, but still managed to drop it in.
The dump off to Fry. Leads him in.
My goodness, he can't be happy about that play. That was ugly.
Nash gets it on the elbow. He gets hammered and he'll head to the line.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You got to stop the layup there. Make him earn his points from the line.
I know, Clark, you were talking about what Steve Nash does, and to me, Nash reminds me of Bob Cousy.
I didn't get a chance to see Bob Cousy live, but I have seen plenty of tapes on him, and he was creative, smart, flashy, and productive, and you'd have to put Nash in that same category.
Gets them both. Fry inbounds the ball. Coach Jones wants a timeout. The swing pass to Barron. Passes down low. Came close to getting the three-point play, but instead he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Second team. Bogut. Shooting
And he makes the first one. Gets them both. West inbounds the ball. About 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. To Butler. Hands it off to Kaman. Leads him with the bounce pass. It's blocked.
Got a piece of that shot, and that's always a great lift for the defense.
Davis. Dumps it to Bogut. Backs down. Goes up. Squeaks it past him with an up and under. Has it in the paint. Kaman, lead pass to Nash. 5 on the shot clock. Kaman. West snatches the offensive rebound.
You've got to keep them off the glass. Somebody should have boxed him out. West came through with an amazing shot right there. He didn't have a good look at the rim, but he still found a way to get it down.
To Arenas, takes it up, lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack. 2:06 left in the first.
Arenas drives so hard to the hoop. Unstoppable if you don't get a body in front of him.
Packed on the way up, and he'll get 2 shots at the line.
Personal foul. Shooting 2.
And he makes the first one. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Gets them both. Abdur Rahim inbounds the ball. To Bogut. Backs him down. Here's Abdur Rahim. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Kaman. He gets hammered and he'll head to the line.
Kaman. Shooting 2.
He can't get the first. Good on number 2. Bounces it to Abdur Rahim. Hacks, and he'll go to the line for a couple.
Shooting 2.
He knocks down the first one. Gets them both. West inbounds the ball. 1:28 left in the first quarter. Leads him with the pass. The layup is tossed in by Nash.
Nash flipped past the D and got the gimme bucket. They got to make it harder than that on him.
Abdur Rahim laid in softly off the glass.
Way to distribute the basketball.
To the free throw line. Dishes to Iverson. Throws it up. On the mark with the fadeaway.
Iverson had the defender draped all over him, so he just faded away and arced his J right over the top. That's an impressive shot.
Slams it through. 1 assist by the 10th-year veteran out of UCLA.
When he gets it going like this, you got to double team it. That's your only hope.
Kaman dumps it off to AI. Deflected.
Nobody expects him to be an intimidator, so when he gets a block, it motivates the whole team.
They now have the lead after that shot by Arenas.
When he gets it going like this, you got to double team it. That's your only hope.
Nash gets it left wing. The dish to West. Hands it off. Feeds baseline. Dumps it off to Nash. West was parked down low and got hit with the 3-second call.
Points in the paint have been the story so far, and I don't think it's going to change unless this team starts defending with physicality, bodying up without fouling.
Abdur Rahim inbounds the ball. Arenas. Yes, and the foul.
West. That's his second personal foul.
Oda is in at power forward.
Shooting one.
Good for the three-point play. Here's Nash. Misses the buzzer beater.
That's the end
The
of it.
first quarter has ended, and both teams have been lighting it up. The score, 41-37.
They're making the extra pass and finding guys for open look. I love the discipline they've shown in their offense so far.
All right, the second quarter should begin momentarily. Bogut inbounds it to start the second quarter. To Davis. Bogut, 6 seconds to shoot. No good. And they call foul.
Shooting two.
And he makes the first one. Gets them both. Iverson from 11 feet away hits the bottom of the net.
He's just a man among boys. They destroy any chance they had of guarding.
Feeds it to Anderson. Barron. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more.
Potential three-point play now,
That's
Kevin.
his first
He
personal
earned
foul.
that one.
Davis. Shooting one.
No good, and they don't get the three-point play. Allen hands it off. Got a piece of it.
My goodness, he can't be happy about that play. That was ugly.
And the rebound handled by Allen.
Tough D forces him to miss it at the rim. You won't see that very often.
Allen passes it to Okafor. Okafor backs down. Offline.
What more can he ask for? Came up against very little defensive resistance, then botched the layup.
To Barron.
That's a bad play there, Kev. I bet he wishes he could take that one back.
Iguodala inbounds the ball. Goes up. Got a piece of it.
That wasn't even his assigned man, Kevin. He came to the rescue on that block. That's a bad play there, Kev. I bet he wishes he could take that one back.
Arenas passes way down court. Six seconds to shoot. Right wing, Iguodala. Okafor is on it. Here's Odom. Claps it in off the sweet move.
This is what happens when the defense lags. Wrong guy to give an opening to.
To Arenas. Backs him down. No good. Iverson. Dumps it to Camby. Right wing. Passes it to AI. Allen gets it on the corner. 6 seconds to shoot. AI to tie it up. Lays it right in.
Iverson is excellent at scoring in traffic. He always finds a way to knock it down.
Anderson hits the quick shot.
Even though it was early in the shot clock, that's an opportunity you can't pass up, Kevin.
About 8.5 minutes left in the second. Here's Allen. Watches the open J.
Really not enough defensive pressure there to force that miss. He's got to be disappointed.
Iguodala, it's blocked. The lob to Camby. Iverson. Tipped. Arenas with the denial, and it's still a 2-point game.
Feels like deja vu. We got a block party going on here.
Here's Anderson. Jams it home.
Despite his height, he's choosy with his dunks. But when he does, make way.
It's turning into a party out there, Clark.
Boy, this has been phenomenal defense at both ends of the floor. It's the kind of action I love to see in the paint. Nothing easy, everything challenged, and guys going at it.
Anderson inbounds the ball. To Arenas. Releases. Can't hit from 12.
D got a little lucky that time. That's a shot he should have made.
Odom. Feeds it to Allen. His first shot of the game. Drops. Gets it top of the key. Barron passes it to Iguodala. Leads him in. They're 7. It has to be nice having that kind of firepower waiting to come in off the bench.
Well, you know the starters love it when they can get a breather and the team doesn't miss a beat. It builds confidence and trust in one another when you get that kind of play.
And both teams will make some substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Butler inbounds the ball. Iverson dishes it to the high post. Camby backs in. To take the lead. Buries it. Sweet touch by the 13th-year veteran out of Massachusetts.
They're D'ing up, man to man.
To Jefferson, puts it up, tipped.
Excellent timing. He's such a force around the rim.
To Butler. Camby backs in. 6 seconds to shoot. Passes to Butler with 1 on the clock. Drains the 3, and yes, he'll go to the line.
for one more.
That's his
Unbelievable shot. Drew contact and still splashed the three. The D just have to shake their heads at that one.
Knocks it down. Fry inbounds the ball. Passes it to Barron. Hands it off to Barron. Count it and the foul.
Wow, was that one special? Complete concentration for the finish.
No good, and they don't get the three-point play. About 5.5 minutes left in the half. The pass to Canby. To Butler. Deflected. And they'll keep possession.
Iverson has really come on this quarter and been a huge factor off the bench.
His teammates are loving his effort off the bench. He is really energizing the team.
There's nothing like the luxury of bringing in a scorer off the bench. It's a weapon that all coaches would love to have.
West inbounds the ball. Takes it up. Fry snatched down.
That's the way to lock them down.
Hands it off. Roy. Finishes with the soft touch.
Those are the shot opportunities you want, right in the lane.
Right around 5 minutes left in the second. Dish to Canby. Goes up. Oh! Rises and rips. Fry hands it off. Roy hands it off to Fry. 7 on the shot clock. Roy dumps it to Jefferson.
My goodness, he can't be happy about that play. That was ugly.
Puts it up. Sinks it.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
To Jefferson. Hauled in. Just over 4 minutes left in the second. AI. Yes!
Iverson just loves to get to the rim. He doesn't mind taking a hit and getting knocked down. He'll keep coming right at you.
The dump off to Jefferson.
That was a beautiful fadeaway. Knocked it down with the defender right in his grill.
Feeds to the left side. The handoff to Iverson. To West. Wade. Dumps it off to West. 5 on the shot clock. Lob to Canby. Butler. It's in!
Butler came up big on that three. He was well defended and still rolls up and bearing it. That's an excellent shot.
Dishes to Jefferson. The pass back to Jefferson. Takes it up. He's pummeled and will have a chance for 2 at the line. Gets it to fall. Gets them both. West inbounds the ball. 2:59 left in the half. to Nash. Candy. On the money. 3 assists by the 13th-year veteran out of Santa Clara.
Excellent look. He set that up perfectly.
Bounce pass to Jefferson. Fry. West. Ripped down. Butler, 5 on the shot clock. Good!
Smooth finger roll off a strong move inside. That's just money.
Iguodala. Swing pass to Fry. It's tipped. Iguodala. Nothing but net.
Iguodala rose up and nailed it with the man right in his face. This guy is ultra impressive. You can do everything right, and he'll still score on you.
West dumps it off. Count the layup by Candy.
West just snuck that pass into the lane for the easy 2.
To Fry. Jefferson connects.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot. He's extremely deadly from there.
Wade lays it in with the finger roll. Jefferson inbounds the ball. To Fry. Jefferson goes up, gets the bucket, and the foul.
Amazing body control. Could not and would not be deterred.
Granger is in it powerful. He can't complete the three-point play. 1 minute left in the half. Dishes to Granger. 6 seconds to shoot. Butler snaps the net.
You can't allow him to establish deep position like that. Once he gets it in that close, he's almost unstoppable.
Right wing. Dishes it to Jefferson. The no look to Jefferson.
That's a bad play there, Kev. I bet he wishes he could take that one back.
4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Granger rips in the ferocious chain.
Now that's a statement dunk right there, Kevin. Clear the runway for your own protection.
To Fry. Jefferson fires top of the key, misses the buzzer beater. And that concludes the first half. The score, 76-63.
That's a nice lead.
Yeah, but still plenty of time left. This game is far from over. Let's go to the T-Mobile halftime report. Arenas has been terrific. He's got 14. Kim is scoring well. He's got 10. Let's have a look at the team stats from the first half. The home team players have been running the show so far, and their offense has been firing on all cylinders.
Yep, if they can keep up their hot shooting, this game could turn into a blowout.
Well, the second half will begin in just a few moments. Fry inbounds it to start the second half. Passes it to Jefferson. 6 seconds to shoot. Here's Fry. Kim snatches it inside.
The D didn't respect him from that distance, and now we know why.
Wade. Blocked.
When the defender has the length advantage on you, you better have a plan B.
Arenas. Pass to Bogut. Jefferson dumps it off. Bogut. Oh, draws the hard foul, and he'll head to the line.
That's his third personal foul. Shooting two.
Knocks it down.
Free throws aren't typically a strong suit, but he's on a roll in this one.
Time for the Gatorade Around the Cooler update. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Cheryl Miller. Cheryl?
Well, as it came out of the home team's locker room, I spoke with Coach Simon Graham. He told me he couldn't be happier with the way the first half went. He's especially pleased with how they've controlled the glass. He said, "We've been mixing it up down low, and my guys have been rewarded with a couple good bounces our way." Guys?
They've dominated the boards in the first half with outstanding hustle.
Let's see if they can continue that here in the second half. Camby inbounds the ball. Lobs it up.
Fantastic pass to set the alley-oop jam up there. You gotta love that.
To Bogut. Backs him down. 6 seconds to shoot. Bogut. Rebounded. Arenas. Oh, off target.
Knows all the defensive angles, and it showed there. That's an excellent stop.
West. Count.
West got a step on the defense and laid it in. That's impressive.
No-look pass to the left side. Roy dumps it off to Arenas. Jefferson hands it off to Roy. Banks it home.
Is really what I call a rhythm shooter. When he gets it going like this, it's almost automatic.
West backs down, tosses it up, banks it in. Coach Jones calls for a timeout. Fry inbounds the ball. Dishes to Arenas. Six seconds to shoot. We're going the other way. Passes it to Nash. Six seconds to shoot. Nash rips the cord. About 8.5 minutes left in the third. Arenas hands it off to Bogut. The dish to Bogut. Sinks it.
Nice feed. That's the way to keep the ball moving.
Wade, way up court.
My goodness, he can't be happy about that play. That was ugly.
To Fry, takes it up.
That's his fourth personal foul. Fry.
it to fall. Dallenberg is in at center.
Substitution on the board.
Gets them both. Dallenberg inbounds the ball. Throws it up. Tipped.
My goodness, he can't be happy about that play. That was ugly.
Jefferson. Count the basket and the foul.
What a tremendous effort.
That's his
How did he
first personal
convert that
foul.
shot with the defender draped all over him?
Knocks it down.
Hey, come out, come out. Get him right. Get down.
Butler, you got to anticipate and get your feet set to draw the charge. Good call by the referee.
That's his second personal foul. Butler. Shooting one.
Knocks it down. About 7.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Dish to Bogut.
That's a bad play there, Kev. I bet he wishes he could take that one back.
Oh! Flushes it with the one-handed jam.
What improvisation. He turns every dunk into something special.
Fry back to Bogut. Fry kick out to the left wing.
Hey, back door.
5 on the shot clock to Jefferson.
Keep moving.
Bogut backs in. The shot clock expires and they turn it over.
You can't forget about the shot clock. That's an ugly possession.
Dallenberg inbounds the ball.
Got him. Got him. Run him, run him.
Passes to the stripe
Hey, come around,
to Wade.
That's a bad play there, Kev. I bet he wishes he could take that one back.
About 6.5 minutes left in the third.
Hit that, baby.
Jefferson. It counts and the foul.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting one.
Gets it to fall. Seven on the shot clock. Nash. Fly. That's his third rebound of the contest. Whoa! Drops the sledgehammer.
Now that
That's
is
his
strength.
first personal foul.
Simply willed that one in after contact.
Shooting one.
Gets it to fall. West inbounds the ball.
Stay up, stay there, stay there. Hey, get the perimeter.
Dallenberg backs him down.
No, right here.
Dishes to Nash.
You got him.
6 seconds to shoot. Nash. Snatched down. West.
Jefferson did a heck of a job there. Contested the shot and recovered to crash the board.
Arenas. Can't cash in.
Arenas needs to idle himself down a bit. A quick shot with the man in his face, that's not what they need.
Throws it down. 4 assists by the 6-year veteran out of Marquette.
That's a terrific play. I call that a room service dime because all he had to do was catch it and finish.
Passes it to Fry. Shoots it. Bullseye.
Fry did a nice job of getting open and knocking down the jumper. That's a nice play.
Hey, right here, right
The pass to West. Wade. Oh, hammered. And he'll go to the line.
Shooting 2.
Knocks it down. Barron is in at the point.
Substitution on the field.
Gets them both. Bogut inbounds the ball. Under 5 minutes left in the third. To Roy. Jefferson. Pass to Roy. Davis. It falls.
Well, he's been scoring pretty well on just a few attempts. It might help them out if he was a bit more assertive.
Nash. Lob to West. Wade. Kick out to the left side. To Butler. With the clock winding down. Hauled in. Throws it up.
Davis caught the defense napping and set that up nicely. A great pass and a great jam.
Kaman inbounds the ball. Dish to the high post. West backs in. 6 seconds to shoot. Oh, so close, but he drew the foul, and he'll get 2 shots at the line.
West. Shooting 2.
Gets it to fall. Gets them both. Just over 3 minutes left in the third quarter. To Barron. Fry. Feeds to Roy. Throws it up. The 3 won't fall.
You can't usually afford to leave him alone out there. Big break for the defense.
Butler.
Defensive foul. Jefferson. That's his 3rd personal foul. Shooting 2.
Can't sink the first. He sinks the second. Bogut inbounds the ball. Dishes it to Davis. The bounce pass to Fry.
My goodness, he can't be happy about that play. That was ugly.
Butler deflected. 2:40 left in the third quarter. Fry. It's good.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
To Butler. Wade. Blocked. Kaman. Pass to Fry. Roy dumps it to Barron. Oh, draws the hard foul, and he'll head to the line.
Shooting 2.
Knocks it down.
Substitution on the court.
He's off on the second. Wade dumps it off. Nash. Lob to the low block. Money. 5 assists by the 13th-year veteran out of Santa Clara.
Great dish there. Way to find the open man.
To Bogut. Puts it up. Nails it. Granger inbounds the ball. Dishes going inside. It's tipped. Dallenberg. Hauled in.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice clear look. Just didn't convert.
To Davis. Bogut hands it off to Davis. Oh, draws the hard foul, and he'll head to the line.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting 2.
He hasn't been himself on the foul line tonight, but maybe that can get him back on track.
Substitution.
Iguodala is in at small forward. Gets them both.
Who got that man?
Passes to Dallenberg. To the right corner. Wade buries it.
Is making the most of every opportunity, Kevin. The shot selection is terrific.
47 seconds left in the third. Passes it to Roy. Flies in for the layup. Butler inbounds the ball.
That's a strong finish inside. That's where you want to work your magic, Kevin.
The skip pass to Granger. Bounce pass to the left block. Roy passes it up court. Iguodala. Oh, he almost dunked it home, but he'll go to the line.
Oh, he got hammered. The D definitely got their money's worth on that foul.
Shooting 2.
He can't get the first. He misses them both.
Oh, Kev, that's frustrating. They're trying to narrow this lead, and he gives them 0 from the line.
Nash to Wade. With the shot. Iguodala inbounds the ball. Fires. We've reached the end of the third, and it's been an exciting game. The score, 104-97. Butler has played his heart out. 23 points, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds.
Yeah, he's been filling it up, Kevin. No surprise there. He's a guy who can really do damage when he's in a groove.
All right, the fourth quarter should begin momentarily. Butler inbounds it to start the fourth quarter. And now for our sideline reporter, Cheryl has some information for us.
Well, over the break, I listened in on the home team's huddle. Coach Graham didn't mind putting a little extra pressure on his team. He said, we've got a big-time opportunity here. When you got a chance to close the team out, you can't let it go to waste. We'll see if they can seize the moment.
Thanks, Cheryl. Backs down. Allen. Bounce pass to AI. Allen. buries it.
These clubs have been lighting up the scoreboard all game long.
Davis. No-look pass to Iguodala. Jefferson.
Now that's how you play D. He wasn't intimidated one iota and just rejected that dunk attempt.
Iverson. Lob to the right wing. To Granger.
That's a bad play there, Kev. I bet he wishes he could take that one back.
Deflected.
My goodness, he can't be happy about that play. That was ugly. That's a bad play there, Kev. I bet he wishes he could take that one back.
Lobs it up court. Barron. Oh, just missed it. But he drew contact, and he'll head to the line.
Shooting 2.
He's had a bunch of trips to the line today. Maybe this is when he finally starts cashing in on those chances.
And he splits the free throws. Nice rebound by the 13th-year veteran out of Massachusetts. Dishes to the right wing. Allen. Iguodala snatched down.
Outstanding D. They got right up on him and forced the miss.
To Bogut, hands it off. Roy. The dump off to Bogut. Oh, man! Misses everything.
The defense is looking to give him that one every time. Just not a good mid-range jump shooter.
Butler. On the money. Bogut inbounds the ball. Barron brings it up the court. Passes to Bogut. Davis backs him down. 6 seconds to shoot.
Davis knocked it down in the face of the D. Kevin, I know the flashy dunks make the highlight reel, but these shots count just the same.
Dishes it to Granger. Roy with the save.
My goodness, he can't be happy about that play. That was ugly.
Dumps it off. The handoff to Roy.
That's a bad play there, Kev. I bet he wishes he could take that one back.
AI.
Defensive. Jefferson. That's his 4th personal foul. Iverson. Shooting 2.
Gets it to fall.
Substitution on the court.
Gets them both. Bogut inbounds the ball. Barron. Count it, and he'll have a chance for a three-point play.
Amazing body control. Could not and would not be deterred.
Knocks it down. The feed to West. Puts it up. It's in.
That's too easy. The D's got to get to him about 8 feet further out.
Capono dumps it off to Davis. Dumps it off to Capono.
Wow. It's been all offense all game. Everybody's got the hot hand.
Backs down. West. Arenas. That's his 4th rebound thus far.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
Bogut finishes with the soft touch.
Bogut had a big height advantage down there. They'll exploit that mismatch every chance they get.
To Iverson. AI. Oh, hammered! And he'll go to the line.
Iverson. Shooting 2.
Can't sink the first. Good on number 2. Bryant inbounds the ball. Right around 8 minutes left in the game.
My goodness, he can't be happy about that play. That was ugly.
Allen. Rebounded.
Allen was way too eager to fire that one up. It's one thing if you're all alone, but he was well defended.
Bryant shoots it up. Camby ripped down.
We've seen him make that mid-range shot, but just not often enough.
Lobs it up. West backs in. Snatched off the boards. Dish to Barron. Bogut sinks it.
That's exactly how you break down a double team. Get the ball to a teammate for the open bucket.
Nash. Pass to West. Nash. Dish to the left side.
Tough ball. Way to back.
Under 7 minutes left in the fourth. To Capono. Releases. Snaps the net. They're winning by 2 to the fourth. And both teams will make some substitutions.
Substitution on the field.
Camby inbounds the ball. Granger flies in for the layup.
That's where you're going to get the high percentage look. Easy two there.
Arenas hands it off. Swing pass to the right wing. To Granger. West. Skip pass to Camby.
That's a bad play there, Kev. I bet he wishes he could take that one back.
Seven on the shot clock. Passes it to Iverson. It's good.
That's the way to manufacture your shot against the taller defender. A solid effort.
Just over 5 minutes left in the game. Jams it in. One assist by the 12th-year veteran out of Colorado. West inbounds the ball. AI deflected, and they turn it over.
Substitution on the field.
The pass back to Arenas. Oh, so close, but he drew the foul, and he'll get 2 shots at the line. Knocks it down. And he ties it up. Canby inbounds the ball. Wade, blocked.
Oh, not here. No, you don't. Sent away like a convict.
To Roy. Bogut gets the go-ahead bucket.
When he gets it going like this, you got to double team him. That's your only hope.
Seven on the shot clock.
Oh! The vertical game is in full effect. Look out below.
Right around. 4 minutes left in the fourth. Fry. Pass to Bogut. Fires.
He's like a human eraser out there, wiping out shots left and right.
Seven on the shot clock. The shot clock expires and they turn it over.
Bogut is an absolute force in the paint out there. He's very comfortable down in that low box area, and defenders have a tough time dealing with it.
They have to keep feeding him the ball the way he's performing out there. It seems like with every touch he gets inside, it's an easy layup regardless of who's on him. Bogut inbounds the ball. Arenas dishes to Fry.
Couldn't keep a handle on it. In these close games, you can't afford too many mistakes.
Nash connects.
Man, got a terrific look at that one, and you could tell from the moment it left his fingers that it was going in.
Arenas. Good.
Arenas is an absolute killer from out there. The D played tough, but gave him a little daylight, and that's all he needs.
They're down by one. 2:56 left in the game. Nash. It's off.
Nash needs to idle himself down a bit. A quick shot with the man in his face, that's not what they needed.
Arenas passes to the left block. 7 on the shot clock.
Jefferson gives defenses fits when he gets it inside, Kev. He's too good.
To West. Hands it off to Butler. Yes, and the foul.
Wow, was that one special? Complete concentration for the finish.
Butler. Shooting one.
Gets it to fall. Bogut inbounds the ball. It's all tied. Kick out to the left side. To Bogut. 6 seconds to shoot. Tipped.
That's a bad play there, Kev. I bet he wishes he could take that one back.
Wade for the lead. Arenas. That's his 5th rebound in this one.
Once he gets it inside, Kevin, he's really a good finisher. That's a good effort defensively to force the miss.
Roy. And they'll get another shot.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. We need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Bryant inbounds the ball. Hands it off. Dish to Jefferson. The dump off to Roy. 6 seconds to shoot. Backs him down. Bogut.
My goodness, you can't be happy about that play. That was ugly.
Butler. Oh, just missed it. But he drew contact, and he'll head to the line. Jefferson picked up his final foul, and he'll have to sit the rest of this one out. Phillips is in at the point. Gets it to fall.
That was a huge trip for them, and he made the most of it. Those could be the points that win them the game.
To the left side. Fry dumps it off. Arenas rebounded.
What a tough play on the inside. He battled hard for that board.
Dishes to Canby.
That's a bad play there, Kev. I bet he wishes he could take that one back.
Less than 1 minute left. The dish to Arenas. Bogut. The bank shot won't fall.
He went into the stratosphere to pull that one down. That man can elevate.
To Canby. Rips it down. Roy inbounds the ball. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Arenas has ice water for blood. He never backs away from the big shot.
Knocks it down.
Taking full advantage of the charity stripe here. Stretching that margin to 3.
Coach Jones calls time. They're behind by 3. 10 seconds left in the game. Clark, what are your thoughts?
You need a 3 here to tie, but there's still some time left on the clock. If you can get a quick layup for 2, I'd take that and then foul.
Phillips inbounds the ball. It's tipped. Fry feeds to Roy. But it's recovered by Arenas. The visiting team, 130 to 127. For his impressive performance, Camp is the Jordan Brand player of the game.
Yeah, I just loved his activity on defense. Steals, deflection, getting in the passing lanes. He really made his mark at that end of the floor.
Time for us to say goodbye. For Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports.